Hello and welcome to Shaper online classes standard 7. Today I will be taking that is grammar, fully grammar only. Okay, that is your term to book book back exercise grammar I will be taking, right. Now here today I am taking 92, page number 92, 93, 94. That is, what is it? Homophones and homonyms. Already you studied about it, but even then we have to take another time. I will be taking, just see the difference between homophones and homonyms. Okay, what is homophones now? Homophones, what are see the category? Differences. Homophones have got different spellings but the same sound. Phones, homophones means the sound of the words. Okay, sound of the words. See the C, different spellings. C means you are looking, you are good at seeing. Sea means the ocean. Okay, Bay of Bengal Sea, then Arabian Sea, like that. Okay, so see this is. So see, there are two different meanings, but spellings are different, sound is the same, right? Same sound. So same sound, different spellings, and each has got different meaning. This K-N-I-G-H-T, night, and N-I-G-H-T, night. Night is what? Okay, night time, you sleep during the night. Okay, now this knight is a warrior, a brave warrior. Okay, so already you learned in your poem also, no, about this. So he is a warrior and this is a knight. Different spellings, sorry, same sound, different spellings. Right? Now here homonyms. Homonyms has the same spelling. Okay, same spelling, but they differ in meaning. Meaning will be different. See the example: fair, same words, same spelling, everything will be same. Sometimes some words will be pronounced also differently. See now, wound, W-O-U-N-D, wound. Wound. Wound is when you get hurt, when you fall down you get hurt, isn't it? That's called a wound. That is some cut or something is called a wound. Wound, same thing is wound means you're winding wound is wind is present tense, wound is the past tense of wind. Winding means you're winding the thread or that is whatever on grass or thread, winding the thread. So you wound the thread is the past tense of wind. Okay, so see sometimes the pronunciation differs. Okay, so see the same spelling, different in meaning. Got that now? See, fair. This fair is what? Fair. My mother is a very fair lady. Fair means the color of the skin. Fair. This fair is what? Recently, that last year we had fair in our school, carnival. Carnival is called a fair. Fair means we went to the fair and bought that is, we bought something there. Okay, so many eatables we get in the fair. Fair is a kind of a Tiruvilla, we say, no? That's called fair. Other one is right and right. See, same spelling, and see, but it has got different meanings. Right, what is right? Right hand. Another right is do everything rightly. Right means do it correctly. Okay, right. Okay, I got that now. See, right, your right hand, and this right is do it rightly. That is correctly. Rights. If I put S means that is a different meaning. So now right only is given there. So you got this now. What you got the differentiation of both homophones and homonyms. You got that? Understood it? So that is only called. If they tell you to write notes example, give an example of homonyms. Don't get mixed up here in this and that. Homophones will have different spellings. Okay, same sound. Homonyms will have same spellings, but sometimes in pronunciation will differ, slight difference only, and there will be the different meanings. Okay, got that now? Same spelling, homonyms, different spellings, same sound. Got that now? So this hope this is clear now. We will take the next part of the grammar. Next we learn about syllabification. What's the meaning of syllabification? That is, you're breaking up the word. One word, how you're going to break up depends upon how you pronounce the word. Okay, pronunciation of the word, that is, so you must know how to pronounce the word. If only you pronounce the word properly, then you can divide the word, that is, you can syllabify the word. And syllabify means you're going to break up the word. Okay, how you pronounce it, accordingly you will break up. So you must know the correct pronunciation of the word with the help of the dictionary. I told you, always you must have a dictionary in hand. Buy a Oxford dictionary, a pocket dictionary at least, keep it with you handy. Okay, in case you want to know the pronunciation of certain words which you are not able to do it, take the dictionary. They will give you the breakup of the word, then how to pronounce it they will tell you. accordingly you pronounce. Nowadays you got your phone in your hand, right? So advanced the technology is, so you just have to that is just say whatever you want, you get your answers. So what is syllabification is, I am telling you now. Accordingly you want further in detail, you can Google it up. Okay, now see what is it. That is, it comes into so many, that is, I am not going to tell you fully, it's a very big thing. Syllabification has got so many categories. Okay, so now what is syllable? Syllabification is syllable, a unit of pronunciation. How you pronounce the word, vowels, consonant, how you pronounce it, that is very very important. For example, see, there are different types of syllable: monosyllabic, disyllabic, trisyllabic, multisyllabic. Okay, now what is this? Monosyllabic means one, that is one syllable. There will be no breakup at all. You cannot break up that word. Monosyllabic is, like for example, school. Can you break up school? We cannot break up. School is just one word. But pronounce it school. There is no school. No, I think we can't break up the word. School is one word. For example, short. Short is again one word only. Short. Okay, short is one word. You can't break up the word. So such words are known as monosyllabic or one syllable. Okay, with one syllable only. There is no breakup. Next we come to disyllabic. Disyllabic means there are two breakups. Okay, there are two breakups the word. For example, water. So how are you going to pronounce this? Water. W-A-T-E-R. So water is disyllabic. So we are going to break it up into two. See, can you understand this? Water. Two syllabic. Now how are you going to divide this? See, divide. Divide itself is divide. See, D-I-V-I-D. Divide. Divide is against two syllables. There are so many words. You try to find out. Take a dictionary and find out how many monosyllables are there. How many disyllables are there. Di means two syllable. Bisyllable also. Bisyllabic or disyllabic. Both are the same only. It has. You can break it up into two. Okay. So next is tri. Tri is, you can understand what? Three. So tri means three. Three breakups you'll be having. Trisyllabic means the word can be broken up into three. The three parts you can pronunciation will be into three. Like what? See there. Adventure. Adventure. It's not one word. It's not disyllable. It has got three syllables. What is it? Adventure. So adventure. Got that now? 1, 2, 3. Three syllables. So adventure. See, one word, how it is pronounced. So everything depends upon this only. Okay, the how you pronounce is very very important. Okay, some children don't pronounce it very. English words are not pronounced properly at all. So for that you need to pronounce the words properly. Only then this part of the grammar you can write it very well. Otherwise, one I or one A goes off that side, the whole thing is wrong. You won't get the marks. It is wrong. Okay. For example, if I just write ADV, ENTUR, wrong. You will not be getting marks. So pronounce the word properly. Got that now? So the answer is ADVENTURE. So adventure. 3. Now see this. Imagine. Imagine. How we say it? Imagine. How we pronounce it? Imagine. Imagine. So E, this stands alone. I stands alone. One imagine. Got that now? 1, 2, 3. See, one letter. One letter, how I am dividing it. See, E, imagine. Got that now? So don't think imagine. No, that's wrong. So imagine. So 3 breakups here. Got that now? So it comes under what? Trisyllabic. Mono, di, trisyllabic. Got that now? Now in that there are so many. Tetra. Then penta. Got that now? Tetra means what? 4 syllable. And then penta means 5 syllable. That I am not going so deeply with you. In the higher classes you can study. Now altogether I am just telling you multi-syllable. Okay. After trisyllable, rest of it is just multi-syllable. Multi means there are so many breakups there will be so many 5, 6, 7. Some words will have so many. Examination. See, examination you say. Examination, such a big word, isn't it? How many syllables? Let me see. For your homework, I'll be giving you lot of words. What is there in your book is not very very less. I'll be giving you more than that. Okay, I'll give you nearly 120 words. Try to find out. Okay. Now see this. Now we're coming to multi-syllable. Multi-syllable. How are we going to break it up? See there. Incredible. Incredible is the word. incredible. So in, in one word, credible. Got that now? How many syllables? 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables. Okay, 4 syllables now. More than 3 is known as multisyllable. Got varieties, but for you it is multisyllable. Okay, incredible, incredible. Now this one, 4 syllable. Now next one is there. Information. Information, how will you divide it? See, in, FORMATION. Information. Got that now? Now we are going, we should not say information, but how we are dividing it? One goes off, one A or one T goes off means it is wrong. Got that now? Write it properly. So this is what is syllabification. All this is not there in your book. In your book, this explanation is not given to you, but I am giving you so that you can understand it better. Got that no? It is not there, so you better go through this video class, otherwise you will not understand. Syllabification, what is given in your book is very limited explanation. So this explanation will help you to that is divide the word properly, keep a dictionary at hand, right? So next part will start with degree of comparison, that comes in page number 98. Page number 98. Okay. So there they have only explained to you about superlatives. Okay. Because without knowing about positive and comparative, directly writing superlative, it doesn't make any sense. So you should know the explanation of the total degree of comparisons. That is, degree of comparison is, first of all, it is used in which part of speech? Not noun, not verb, but adjective. Okay, it is used in adjectives. Okay, describing words. All right, adjectives only. This is describe. This is, see, the degree of comparison is used for adjectives mainly. Adverbs also, but very rarely. Adjectives only are the main. Okay. Now, how do you use it? What are the 3 varieties? Degrees of comparison. That is positive, comparative, and superlative. This part only is for you as a work given to you, but without this explanation, that is not possible to study, right? Okay. Now, positive. What is positive? The root word is given. For example, one word is given to you. The clues. These are the clues. Remember, these are the clues. The first part I have given you is the clue. How to write it? See, as dash as. Okay. So as, so dash as. So these are the clues. For comparative, now new word what you are going to use is, the word is, the adjective is here. Next to the adjective you are going to use than. This part is, you are going to, this comparative is, you are going to compare with 2 nouns. Okay, you are using the adjective and using the than to compare 2 nouns. Okay, 2 nouns will be there. Then only you can use this part, this comparative degree. Now, superlative degree is that is the best, the tallest, the smartest. That is the end. That is the last degree. Okay. So when you are explaining anything about one person, that is, say for a class of 50 children, who is the best student? We say no, the best student. That only is superlative. Okay, the best, right? Now, okay, now got this now. Now this actually we can use it for monosyllable. I told you before, monosyllable, disyllable we can use, or y, that is syllable ending with the y, lucky, like that. Now sometimes if it has got more syllables, for example, say I told you multi-syllable, trisyllable, that is 3 syllables, no, 3-syllabic and multisyllabic. For those kind of words, you have to use more as a support. Okay, for example, that word cannot be directly changed into comparative or superlative, but you have to use a support. What is it? More dash than the most. Most you must use. Okay, the most. Okay, got that now? More, most. With the, along with the adjective you must use this. See, now examples I am giving you, you can understand this easily. See the first one. These are the clues. Okay, got it now? These are the clues. Keep that in your mind, right? Now see. Now this word is given to you. The adjective is given. As smart as. Okay, this is positive degree. Now comparative. Smarter than. Okay, see, smarter, er. Smarter than. Then now comes superlative is the smartest. See the spelling? Smarter, er. Then smartest is est. The smartest, est. Okay. So next one. How? See this now. As fat as. As fat as. Now here the spelling will change. See the fat, when you are coming to comparative degree, double T. The word will repeat. Okay. Fatter than. So TER. The word will repeat. That is the double time. Double time the word will, that is letter. Fatter than. The next, again that word will be, you have to take off the word. Only in comparative you have to use a double T. Okay. Here again the fattest. EST. The fattest. Right. Now come to, see the lucky. Lucky is what? 2 syllable. Okay. How we are going to write? It is ending with Y. Ending with Y especially. As lucky as. Now how that lucky is going to change? See. Yeah, Y you are going to take it off, and IER, luckier than, luckier than, that is for comparative. And for the superlative, the luckiest, IEST. See the word, spellings don't miss out that I is very important. Okay, the luckiest, got that now? Now I told you, no, multisyllable, trisyllable and that is multisyllable words will take up what as a support? More and most. See the word here, as beautiful as. Beautiful, we can't say beautifuler than, beautifulest than, that is wrong. Okay, so for that only we are going to use more and most. So see, as beautiful as, what is that word I am going to use as a support? More beautiful than, more beautiful than, and then for the superlative part, the most beautiful. Okay, got that now? So without this explanation, directly you can't write superlative. So that is why I have explained this to you. Hope you understood this. See this please write this down. It is not given there in your book. Book has no explanation at all. So please write this down somewhere in your classwork. That your concerned teacher will definitely check. Okay, please write this down. So see, make 3 columns, draw 3 columns, then degree of comparison, what does it deals with? It with adjective, and then what are the clues? Clues are, these are the clues. Put 3 columns and write the positive, comparative, superlative, and these are the clues. Write it down properly, and then here 1 syllable, 2 syllables like this, Y syllable, Y ending syllable, and then multisyllable. How you are going to change it? Okay, got that now? So there in your book, page number 98. There is one crossword puzzle given to you. The crossword puzzle, you have to write it down. Now what is the first one? I'll tell you. See, the one down, the dash man ever whose age has been verified as Kimura, that is something. What is that? The oldest man. Okay, the oldest. Now we are going to deal only with superlatives. Superlatives means what? This part only you must remember. Okay, only this part. So this part, what are the things? Multisyllables you are going to use the most. Anything else you are going to use only the. Okay, so these are the things, you just go through it. What adjective will be proper, write it down. Okay, and one more thing I want to explain to you is, see, this is the regular ones. Some that is degree of comparison are irregular ones. What is it? I tell you. For example, okay, see this, as good as. Okay, as good as. For this, see, totally different. Better than, and then the best. See how it is? Totally different now. See the as good I am writing here, and for comparative I am writing better, superlative I am writing best. So these are the irregular ones. So like this there are so many. Everything I will be giving you for work to be studied. Okay, so from there also I will be asking questions. Hope you have understood the whole thing, what are homophones, homonyms, and then I have taken that is syllabification and then degree of comparison. That is totally 1 unit grammar has been completed. Second one I will be taking later. Hope you understood this grammar part. Thank you.